of the, no, it's actually a comment in the event on Facebook. There's a full script that includes all the prayers and instructions if you want to do this yourself. If you are planning on participating in the return flow, please have a beverage prepared so that you can bless your waters and receive those into yourself after we take our omen. We are here in the light of the full moon, well, as soon as the moon comes up, to celebrate together in community and fellowship. Children of Earth, find your center. Breathe deeply and arrive in this space, inhaling all the good air around you and exhaling any worries or stress or anxiety that you're carrying. Breathe in deeply and feel yourself strong and whole in the very core of your being, and rest in that place. And stand or sit as you are, prepared with open heart and mind to do the work of the green corn moon. May we be pure, that we pass through the sacred. May we pass through the sacred, that we may attain the holy. May we attain the holy, that we be blessed in all things. We gather in the light of the green corn moon, together in community, to prepare for first harvest. The corn in our fields is now green and requires a careful eye to know when to begin the harvest. Many of our first fruits will be ready to offer in thanks for the prosperity and fertility we have been given. The Kindred Three bless us with abundance in many ways, and it is up to us to keep the cycle of prosperity in motion. Tonight we gather to honor the keeper of time, our moon. The waters support and surround us, the land extends about us, the sky stretches out above us, at our center burns a living flame. May all the kindreds bless us, may our worship be true, may our actions be just, and may our love be pure. Blessings, honor, and worship to the holy ones. We now make offerings to the land's first people. Beings of this land upon which we now make our rites and light our sacred fire, we honor you. You good spirits whose people no longer occupy this space, who have been done wrong since the beginning of this nation, we honor you. Spirits of the Arapaho, the Apache, the Cheyenne, spirits of the Pueblo, the Shoshone, and the Ute, we honor you. At this sacred fire, we understand there to be a kinship in our different cultures' practices, but a great disconnection on our part in building ethical, right relationship with your children. We commit to working for justice and equity for the remaining ancestors of this land, trying to heal that which has been harmed, and trying to make true what was never balanced in the first place. Please accept this offering as a gift, representing our goodwill, and allow us the opportunity to make right what was long ago and even today made wrong. So say we all.
So say we all.
We call now to the spirits of inspiration. You who bless and inspire our words, join us in this sacred space and silver our tongues. Honey our speech that our prayers become sweet gifts to those who hear them. Spirits of inspiration, accept our offerings.
Spirits of inspiration, accept our offerings.
We call now, with the spirits of inspiration surrounding us, to our Earth Mother. Earth Mother, great sustainer, magnificent life giver, known in this place as Colorado. For the land here is colored red. Support us, your children, as we gather this night in celebration of our moon. Everything we need comes from you, O great provider. We give praise to you, our foundation and strength. Earth Mother, accept our offerings.
Earth Mother, accept our offerings.
As our ancestors once did, so we do today, so our children will do in the future. We will now recreate the cosmos. Sacred well, reaching deep down into the depths, connecting us to worlds deep beneath Earth Mother. Be blessed by this silver, and open as a gate to the underworld. Dwelling place of our honored dead, sacred well, flow within us.
Sacred well, flow within us.
Holy fire, reaching skyward to the heavens, connecting us to worlds high above Earth Mother. Be kindled by the spark and open as a gate to the heavens, dwelling place of our shining gods. Holy fire, burn within us.
Holy fire, burn within us.
Mighty tree, spanning across the cosmos, connecting all worlds above, below, and around Earth Mother. Be honored by this smoke and water. Be as a beacon to those in the middle world, dwelling place of the spirits of land. Mighty tree, grow within us.
Mighty tree, grow within us.
With the center hallowed and open before us, we now invite and make offerings to the kindreds. We call first to the ancestors. You who have gone before us, those of blood and bone, those of heart and honor, those of hearth and spirit, be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the wisdom of your journeys to brighten the spirit of hope on this full moon night. Ancestors, accept our offering.
Ancestors, accept our offering.
We call now to the nature kin, to you of the middle realm, standing side by side with us, sharing in the bounty of the Earth Mother, guiding our feet along her paths. Be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the purity of your hearts to brighten the spirit of hope on this full moon night. Nature kin, accept our offerings.
Nature kin, accept our offerings.
And we invite also the shining gods, goddesses, and deities to join us. You who dwell on high, granters of vision's truth, bestowers of wisdom's grace, gilded guardians of inspiration's muse, be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the powers of your healing to brighten the spirit of hope on this full moon night. Shining ones, accept our offering.
Shining ones, accept our offering.
With offerings made, feel now your ancestors. Feel them as they come to sit and stand beside you around our good fire. Feel the presence of your allies in the middle realm as they join you in this space, drawn by the sounds and smells, the warmth, and the welcome. Feel also your allies among the heavens as they descend to rest in this space with us for this time, granting us their wisdom and grace, granting us their vision and comfort on this full moon night. Green corn moon. You know, if you're not from Ohio or a place that has fields and fields and fields of corn, the lesson of the green corn moon might not really resonate with you. Funny thing about corn is that it looks like corn, but is not ready for quite some time. Because the corn grows in and everything inside is green. It doesn't turn yellow or white until later. And if you pick the corn while it's green, you'll kill the stalk. So it's very important that when you see the green corn, you know that you're approaching the end of all the hard work that you've done, but you're not ready yet, and you have to wait. and figure out what the right timing is for that harvest to take place. For those of you who don't speak corn, I have a story for you that might make a little more sense. Long, long ago, there lived a man who was exceedingly talented. He was a musician and a lyricist and a bard of great renown, and he fell in love with a lovely, lovely maiden named Eurydice. This man's name was Orpheus. He was the son of a Thracian king, and Calliope, the muse of music, which is probably why his music had so much magic in it. They fell in love and got married, and they had this beautiful place to live that felt like a palace to her, and Orpheus doted on her lovingly, and they were very, very happy. And he, as all good Greek men, had to go off to the city from time to time, and she would stroll through the gardens and occasionally go out and gather water and other things that the women needed to do to keep their household. And one day she was come upon by another man who wanted her for himself, for he coveted her greatly. She was not having it, and she took off running, and she ran way past where she usually walks and into a different part of the woods where she was bitten by a snake. And the venom killed her pretty quickly and pretty miraculously. In the meantime, Orpheus comes home, and he is surprised he can't find her. And he's calling her, Eurydice. Nothing. Eurydice. Nothing. She must be outside. So he goes to all the places that she likes to spend her free time. Over to the waters, over past the woods, notices a path into the woods and thought maybe she went to go find some berries or something else that struck her fancy, and comes upon her body, and she is quite cold and dead and gone to the land of the dead. And Orpheus is broken. He is absolutely distraught. She was all he ever wanted. In his sadness, the only thing he knew to do was to turn to his music, and so he began to play, as his lyre was always on his back. And he played and he played and he played, and he did nothing but play for weeks. The thing about Orpheus's playing is that he was so skilled, and there was music in his magic, that his song would carry up to the very heavens, and the gods were weeping. And it was horrifying. Everyone was depressed, and they were like, look, we're done. And so they sent Hermes down and said, listen, Orpheus, we need you to go to the underworld and tell Persephone and Hades to give Eurydice back to you, because we can't stand it anymore. We're all going to not be able to handle this. So Orpheus says, do you think that I could really, really make it down there? And Hermes says, yeah, messenger god, duh. So they pick up Orpheus, takes his lyre, head off, they go down, and he goes through the trial of the shades and past the river Styx, and he comes into the antechamber of the queen Persephone and Lord Hades the king, sitting upon their thrones. He's very much alive, and they can see this, and they're puzzled by him, but before they can speak to question him about why he's there, how he got there, and what he wants, he begins to play. And he pours all of his heart and soul and love and loss into this song, and beseeches them with the lyrics to let his lovely wife come back to him. And if they will not, he beseeches them to keep him, and they may take both of their souls so that they may be together. Persephone, she begins to weep. She can't process how someone could love someone so much. Persephone was in an arranged marriage, so the idea of someone marrying someone because they love them was beyond anything that she had ever experienced. She was moved, and she said, Orpheus, also please stop playing because I'm going to cry. I would like you to take your wife back with you, but you have to listen to my instructions very carefully. Walk back the way that you came, across the river, and back into the middle realm. You cannot turn to look at her until she is fully in the middle realm with you. Do you understand? And Orpheus is so excited, and he says, "Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you. I will make offerings of plenty and build you a shrine and all the things to show you my appreciation for this beautiful gift beyond measure." And he turns around and he takes off running. And he gets back to the river and he goes to past Styx with Chiron, and they get over to the front part and walk across the banks and up the hill, and he's so excited that he turns around to make sure that she's following him before she is all the way into the middle realm. And she reaches out and she disappears. Because Orpheus couldn't wait. Because Eurydice was still the green corn. And Orpheus couldn't wait until she was fully returned to herself in the green and white glory of the Olathe corn. So our lesson tonight is that even when you want something very, very deeply, timing is critical. Patience will reward you. Hard work can be thrown away in an instant if you try to rush the last couple of steps. Think about what it is that you've planted this year and what's just about to harvest, and then tell yourself to wait until the time is right and it is ready. With that, we make offerings to the moon in thanks for this wisdom. Sacred timekeeper, shining orb in the sky, guiding our paths on even the darkest of nights, to show us the way when we cannot find it ourselves, for reminding us to wait for time to be right, for showing us the value of patience, and guiding us in the elder ways. Sacred moon, accept our offerings.
Sacred moon, accept our offerings.
So we have given of our love and our wealth to the powers, that they may know our intentions. If we have made any error, know it was not out of disrespect, but out of what makes us who we are, our humanity. Now, let our voices arise on the fire. Let our voices resound in the well. Let our worlds pass beyond to the other worlds. As we say, kindreds all, accept our offerings.
Kindreds all, accept our offerings.
And with that, we will see what blessings of wisdom the kindreds have for us in return. Many are the seeds that we have planted, and they have broken free. Roots that run deep will not be carried out to sea in the storm, and protection is with us. This I have seen. Do the folk accept this omen?
We do!
If you're playing along at home and would like to share in the blessings, please take up your cup now. Take a moment to reflect upon these omens. Consider first how these blessings affect you, how you can find their expression in your life. consider that how these blessings relate to us all, how they relate to the community as a whole, and this grove in particular. How might we be affected by the Great One's blessings? Now, in your mind's eye, see the blessings manifest. A mist around us, a shining ray from the heavens, a deep welling from the bosom of the earth. See the blessings in your own way, and know the gods pour them out for you. All waters are, by their very nature, sacred, having touched all three realms, welling up from the underworld and the chaos of potential, pooling where it may in the middle realm, where it is kissed by the sun and rises up into the heavens, to pool in the sky and fall down upon us once more. For a time, we set these aside, that they may hold the blessings of the kindreds, a gift to be opened and savored from within. Many are the gifts we have been given. On this day you have offered us the knowledge of those seeds we have planted that have sprouted, the knowledge that our deep, running roots provide us safety and security, and that we are protected. Just as we have made offerings to the sacred fire that they may be transformed into a form you can use, we ask now that you send your blessings into this cup that we may receive them. Shining ones, fill this vessel from the cup of inspiration. Shining ones, please give us the waters.
Shining ones, please give us the waters.
Noble ones, fill this cup from the spring of renewal. Noble ones, please give us the waters.
Noble ones, please give us the waters.
Ancestors, fill this vessel from the well of wisdom. Ancestors, please give us the waters.
Ancestors, please give us the waters.
Blessings flow through us, sustain us, renew us. Behold the waters of life. Behold the waters of life. Drink with me. Blessed be. The waters of life. We did receive a couple of prayer requests that I would like to name now. May Shepherd has written to us and asked to stay healthy throughout this pandemic so she can work at her job in Amazon and keep her job. May it be so.
May it be so.
Mama Karen and Paul Craik, ask that we please keep Paul in our thoughts and prayers. He's going back to work as school will open fully. Oh, I should have read this before I got here. Okay. At the last meeting, they opened it with a statement. We know that some of you will get COVID-19. There is no real plan on how to keep the driver safe. He is nervous, and Karen is flat out scared for him and all the other drivers. As are we, Karen. We send our love to you and Paul. May safety, security, and health be with you. So be it.
So be it.
With offerings made and blessings received, we now begin closing down this beautiful service that we have shared together. Sacred and shining moon, granting us your light and your wisdom. For all your aid, we offer you our full honor and thanks. Sacred moon, we thank you.
Sacred moon, we thank you.
Shining gods, goddesses, and deities on high, noble kin who stand beside us, and ancestors who've gone before us. For all your aid, we offer our full honor and thanks. Kindreds all, we thank you.
Kindreds all, we thank you.
To those who've opened the ways and carried our words, to those who've aided us in bringing us our blessings, those who go between, we thank you.
Those who go between, we thank you.
And we make one final offering to our Earth Mother, All Mother, our Mother, Sacred Colorado, known by many names by those who walked these lands well before any of us were here. We thank you for your blessings, for the fruits of the season, for the protection and the foundation upon which we stand. Earth Mother, we thank you.
Earth Mother, we thank you.
Go now, children of Earth, with blessings in your bellies and joy in your heart. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.